Hello. We have three pals today with our Harry Potter reading. Pick a card. We got personal growth, battling our fears, and relationship. Each one of these has their own question go with them. Take your time, use your intuition. Let's have fun. Hello, my personal growth group. My dog wants to talk too. So, with you, you have this beautiful personal growth, and you can kind of see you got that wonderful necklace that Hermione wore. Hermione wore in the third book, when she was changed around for classes and stuff. Okay, so your quote is, "It does not do to dwell on dreams, Harry, and forget to live." This is when Dumbledore was talking to Harry, because Harry, in the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry was constantly in front of that mirror once he found it, because he was, he wanted things that he wanted and he was wishing upon, and, he desired, you know, were in that mirror. And so he kind of just stayed there and was in that daydreaming state. And it kind of says that here on the bottom. It says a little daydreaming, but it's important not to be caught up in your dreams and forget to enjoy life. So yes, he was there, and he was constantly just not living at that moment, and kind of exploring and getting to know people, and just being there in the moment, and being in the presence of his friends, and learning, and of just a new environment, because this was the first story too. So he kind of did not do that. And so I think that's going to be your lesson. Maybe you're you're so focused on the future that you're not looking at what's in front of you right now at this moment. And so right here you have the dragonfly spirit, and that says truth transcends illusions. And so that's all about be on the lookout for illusions. What kind of illusions are you putting in your head that you want, and are not truths, that are kind of just weighing at you, and kind of just going with the flow, and being open to the now, and living in the now, and growing in the now, and knowing that the work that you're doing um will bring that future you want, if it's in the, I don't want to say in the cards, I want to say, the universe brings you what you need. And so you will get what you need. It will come. So the question I got for you when I pulled these little questions out, and this one was, which of my strengths should I call upon? So right now, you need to call upon, let's see. So when we got your cards out, we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Pull down right there. We have the Ten of Cups. I'll probably go up because I want to make sure. The Page of Cups. The Star. Reverse Eight of Wands. And King of Pentacles. Okay. So what I'm seeing with this Six of Pentacles, currently you're caught up so much in the dream ahead, that there's not an equal give and take in what you are seeking. You want something, and you want to give to it, and balance it, and you do want to give to it, but you're so in your head about it, and you're more thinking about it more than doing. You can't, something can't come forth if you don't put the outside effort in. You can't just think it. You also have to do the work. And so you're not putting the outside work. You're kind of more just in your head, and you're wanting to give to it, but you're not. So that's why that's in reverse. And I think what you want to give to is, you want to give to this future of 10 cups, of this maybe a family, but this family I think is kind of is your wish, is your one of your desires. It's kind of, it's not that that 10 of cups of, oh, this is the, this is now, it's, set in stone. No, this is more of a fantasy 10 of cups, because this is what you're fantasizing. You're wanting this. This is why this page is here. This page is learning kind of what they want. This is what they desire. This is kind of, they're like trying to come up with ideas, again, being in your head and just putting up illusion, and not coming forward. So I think what's going to help you down here at the bottom is you have the star. And again, it's the star is that wish. When in the book, Harry wished, that was his father's, but it was his Patronus. It wasn't his father's. But he wished and wished it was his, but it wasn't. It was his. It was just, was not taking action because he did not understand that yet. And I think your strength is that you are going to see that, that water right there. And with this Page of Cups, you're learning to see that you are going to have to give to this, and that you are going to have to put effort and action outside of just in your head. And this is where this 8 of Wands comes in. And it might be finally coming to terms and understanding that I need to stop talking all this in my head and communicate it outwards. And it's time for me to do this. It's time for me to step up and do this. And then look at your strength as a King of Pentacles. Look at yourself as a person who is reliable and stable, and let people know, hey, I'm here to help. I want to be a help. I want to be that wonderful energy of the King of Pentacles. That's kind of, that nice earthy feeling, the great, that being dependable, just being that dependable energy that you're dreaming of. And maybe you need to communicate that to make this start to come out of your head and into the now and what's in front of you. So I also did this, since Harry Potter has runes, you can take runes, and I think in Hermione, I also used that fun little thing too, so she can go to runes class, and they were like, we're not going to runes. Okay, so with this rune, this is for personal growth. You can kind of see that there. It's called Aiwass. Don't quote me on that for sure, because I'm just still learning my runes, and I just kind of finished up a class this past week. So this is about movement and progress and teamwork. So really, moving forward, like this right here, moving forward and working to come to this and having that progress. And also it's about kind of trust and loyalty, which he's great for trust and loyalty and grounding, and just it's just the harmony and determination. And that's a very determined king to get things done and be grounded. And so again, with that king being there at the end, it shows that you will step into that energy and be what you need to be. A couple cards. So definitely you do have the strength of a king. So step into that, and you already have it. You just need to push it out into the world. That's your strength you need to look into. And one thing is to take a walk in the woods. That means you probably need to do some grounding work, stay grounded and be current and present in this world. And it says, come home to yourself. So it's kind of finding your true self, actually going out in nature and just being with yourself. And that's a great time to go into your thoughts, but also connect with things around you, with the trees, with the, with the grass, with the rocks, with the animals that are running around. If there's, birds, if there's a squirrel, So connect with that. So I hope you enjoy this reading, and it's some personal growth that you will get. Again, if you like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you want to. Thanks. Bye. Hello, pile 2. This is our battling our fears, and as you can see, the Horcrux is in there. So this one's kind of a little different than the first one. And so it says, in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, Harry, Ron, and Hermione take turns wearing the locket, the Horcrux, to keep it safe during their travels. The Horcrux has the strongest effect on Ron, making him be jealous and his insecurities pop up, to the point where he abandons Harry and Hermione. He eventually returns and destroys the locket with the sword of Gryffindor, apologizing to his friends for his momentary lapse of faith. So I think your fear, battling your fear today, is, have you had a moment in your life you let insecurities get the better of you, and how you overcome that? So what we're looking at with your question, we're looking at what will soon be ending. So something soon will be ending because you are going to start battling these fears and facing these insecurities that come up into your life. And so with you, with this group, we got the Fox Spirit. And with the Fox Spirit, it says, think on your feet. So I'm thinking that things are going to be moving quickly for you. Kind of going in and being able to trust your intuition and knowing how to navigate through things, and kind of know when what direction you need to go to, just being on your feet like a fox, kind of just listening and hearing and kind of being aware of your surroundings, that feeling, because you have some battles that you're going through, and you will have endings. And so with endings are new beginnings, but also endings can be hard too. So you just need to make sure you're preparing yourself and you're ready. So your first card out, we have reverse 8 of Wands. We got 4 of Swords. And I'm going to pull these up some, so those other ones we can see them. Let me pull them out. Then we have Judgment. Wheel of Fortune. The Tower. And these 2 cards wanted to come out together. And they, we have a reverse 8 of Swords and then a 2 of Cups. So we'll kind of chat over those. So looking at your cards, I think things for you, with battling your fears, I think some things was not communicated to you, right here, and things in your life was moving so fast, or a situation was moving very fast in your life, but the communication was off, and just the overall energy of the situation was off. It wasn't on. That's why this is why this is in reversed. So I think you took a break from it. You walked away, and you kind of wanted to take some time and heal, to see what you could do to maybe letting that go, not letting it come in, and how to deal with it, and just kind of healing yourself. So you walked away from it, and you went through some healing, and maybe a little bit of a little self-growth going on there, as I hear. And once you did that, you had Judgment. So it kind of basically, yeah, battling for fears, what will be ending soon too. As you can see, this is a 10-10 card. So it was a total ending. It was a total ending. You did what you needed to do to get through that, and learn from it, and you kind of lifted yourself up on another timeline, I should say. You went through that. It was, you learned your lesson, and especially with this resting and recuperating, you learned your lesson, you grew. I feel currently you're in here, which is the Wheel of Fortune. So you went to the stage of, what am I? Where am I on the wheel? Am I up or am I down? Am I, what part of the wheel am I on? What is coming into my life? What's been cycling into my life? What because it has the houses, so it reminds me, where do I fit in? What group do I fit in? Just really wanting to get past the superficial, I feel like superficial life of, maybe you have the superficial life of constantly acting like you were this, like you're a Gryffindor. Okay, let's just say that give that example. Say that you're just living this lie that you're a Gryffindor, or deep down you were more, your energy was more of a Slytherin, or you just felt the pressures of your parents being in, the Ravenclaw. And I said the Gryffindor with the Ravenclaw. So, and the Gryffindor's over there. I know, I messed up. So say that you were, your parents were Ravenclaws. And so you went in there thinking, oh, I'm a Ravenclaw. But you're not, you're a Slytherin. So if you think, when the Sorting Hat in Harry Potter, actually, and he was up there, he says, not in Slytherin, not in Slytherin. And the hat says, to him, he says, are you sure? You could do great things. And, he made that choice. He used his intuition. He thought on his feet to say, no, I want to be in Gryffindor. I want to do Gryffindor, even though that's where his parents was, but he was definitely not wanting to be in Slytherin. So it's kind of not following the lead of others, but making your own choice, using your intuition to make your own choice, and thinking quick on your feet and making your own choice. That's what I get from that Wheel of Fortune. After that, if you did not, maybe you didn't make the right choice, or maybe you did make the right choice, because this Tower comes and it kind of breaks down everything that wasn't right. So I'm actually thinking that you did follow someone else's choice, that you didn't follow your own intuition, and it gave you this Tower. That's why this Tower is here, because you didn't make your own choice. You let someone else make it for you. You followed someone else's thinking, and that's why this Tower is here. And this is why this Eight of Swords is here, because you're in your head about it now. And you're like, what? I thought I made the right choice. I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought this is what I was supposed to do. And now you're figuring out, no, it's not. This is why this is all ending, and this all needs to go so that this can come in. And it's a Two of Cups. So, partnership, love. Heck, there's snakes there for Slytherin. All the things. But I don't know why Harry's giving someone, who is that with that cup? I cannot figure out who this is. Oh my gosh, it's Ginny. Why didn't I didn't know. I was just like, red hair, Ginny, of course, Tony. But think about it. He went through all his things, and then finally he decided, oh my gosh, it's always been Ginny. Oh, I'm thinking of Forrest Gump too. It's always been Ginny, and he goes and he finally gets there. He gets it finally, in the end, he gets it. But he had to go through all this to get here, and that's fine. That's life. So I have a couple of. Actually, I have one. I have a rune, since there is runes in Harry Potter. And forgive me, I am just learning my runes and stuff. So this is Fehu, and Fehu is this is actually a really good one. This one is based on like money and well-being and success and having luck. So maybe you are successful and you had luck all in your life, except maybe you didn't have it in love, maybe. And so you're ending all this battle of not having love, and your luck of love coming in. And it's just also a reminder to be grateful for your loved ones and your community and the things you do have. So that's what that's for. And then I have two healing cards for you. You got move your energy. So making sure you're breathing in positivity and, just being part of this world. And then you have you are the light of the world. So just showing up in the world, being that light to people, being a light to people, and moving your energy around and making sure that you're flowing in the energy and you're letting things flow. Thank you so much, pile 2. I hope you like. You can subscribe, leave a comment at the bottom. That'd be great. I'll see you later. Bye. All right, my pile 3. Last but not least, of course, you are relationships. So we have this beautiful owl. It's Harry's owl in there. Okay, so your quote is from The Goblet of Fire, and Professor Dumbledore's talking to Harry, and he says, "But remember this, you have friends here. You're not alone." And that's when he's talking to him, and he wants to, make sure he's communicating back and forth. And it says, when facing adverse situations, it is important to remember you're not alone. Spend some time connecting with a friend or loved one. Give them a call, or better yet, meet up for coffee and catch up. So this is telling you to reach out to someone, or look. If you're struggling with something, call a friend or family that you can trust and that you value, that's going to be truthful with you and help you during your time if you're struggling in a relationship or making a decision about a relationship. So since this is totally about relationships, your animal, you got turkey spirit. It says give gratitude and grace. And so with the turkey spirit, I'm kind of with that gratitude and grace. I think also what will help you if you're struggling is to perform some acts that honor the earth. I know it's corny about plant the trees, but that's a great thing. Or even plant flowers in your yard. Just some of the simplest things you could do to honor the earth and make sure you're doing your part to take care of it. And also another thing that might help is also focus on the needs of the greater needs of the whole, of like the whole collective or the whole, planet or people. Think about something that you could do that would be helpful to others. So when we sometimes I know with myself, when I struggle or when I get into dark places, I know when I focus on other things or focus on the gratitude of the things I do have, or the gratitude I could show others, it really helps kind of relieve that and bring you out of that. So that's what that turkey spirit is. It says give gratitude and grace. So if you're struggling, you can go out with a friend and talk to them. And it says, how will love find me? Nice. So this is about relationships. So this question came out perfectly. So you had did a 6-card spread, but of course the last card had an extra card, kind of like my other one did. So we have the 4 of Swords. We have the King of Wands. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the reverse 9 of Swords. We have a Page of Cups. And what fell out was the Empress. And what wanted to come with the Empress was the Ace of Cups. So if you put them right there, kind of. that would have been awesome if that would have been Mr. Weasley. I would have been like, yes, you guys, that's awesome. That fit perfectly together. That's perfect. Okay, but they didn't, and that's okay. So as I'm looking at the cards, so when this card totally talks about maybe you're struggling with something, and maybe you are, and you had some adversity, and you had to take some time, and you had to heal, and kind of reflect on things that were going on in your life. And this is you reflecting, you healing, you going through a cycle and getting through it. So with this King of Wands, I feel like after you went through whatever you went through and you took some time, you came out as this King of Wands. So you came out more fiery, more in, I would say, more in, maybe more in your ego. Maybe you built this ego to protect yourself from whatever hurt you in the past. Maybe you built this up, and this built up this fiery guy. And nothing's wrong with the King of Wands. It's if he's balanced and he's coming in, he might come in passionately and take charge and that, but he can't be overbearing and making sure he has to control everything and letting his ego get in the way of true passion and what he truly stands for, and not letting his truth come out, but letting his ego take charge. And I think that's what has happened right here. You have this Five of Cups. So you're looking, you keep looking back of, well, this should have happened, and this should have happened, and this should have happened. Why did this happen? So you're really upset about things that occurred and has happened. And you're not looking at behind you that there's two cups, that there's still building that you can do. And kind of finding a way to get past those three cups and releasing them and turning towards those two cups and saying, okay, it's time for me to walk forward and work on these two cups that I have here and stop dwelling on the past. And I need to let that go. It's time to let that go. I can't stay in that anymore. And I think down here is when you finally do hit that point. You kind of, this nine of swords, just being in your head and finally, letting these swords fall, because it's in reverse. Letting these swords fall. I'm done. I'm done with this thinking. I'm done with worrying about the past. I'm done with worrying about the what ifs. And you're just letting that go. And when you decide to let this go and kind of focus on other things and kind of start to grow in your creative side and your loving side and your expression side, and you're more in an upbeat energy, that's when how will love find me? That's when this beautiful Empress shows up in your life. And it's a beautiful energy, and it's you can kind of see it's nurturing, it's a growing, it's loving, it's an energy that it's just all flowing and just all the queens up in one. This is when this comes into your life, when you decide to drop all of this this baggage and go into this, be open to love again, and letting all this go and just opening up to love. And then you will have a new start in love right there, plain and simple. New start in love. I love it. And it fell right there with that, by that Empress. And I was just like, that's wonderful. So just let those things fall. Let those things go. Let the things come in, analyze them, work on them, go through whatever you need to go through and let them go. And don't let your ego take over. Drop all that and find that loving energy that you have. So that was beautiful. So with your rune right here, And there we go. It's kind of coming in there. With this rune is I think it's Swawilo. And this one's also good to know about. It is the energy. It's actually like a feminine energy where kind of like a healing, like the sun is healing. It's like the sunlight healing energy, like that. That's the kind of, it's kind of, yeah, like this is letting this come in, let that energy come in. It's kind of like an uplifting sun energy that is also healing as well. It's kind of a, and also like and this empress is kind of like this, the son of this empress, because it's feminine and it is also, it's healing as well. So just let that energy come in and let that energy flow in. And that's what it's saying with this energy. It's like a health and well-being, and, you know, really it's a positive energy. It's like a boost of energy, and you know, it helps with your intentions and your goals, and just helping you be more, helping you build and boost on your dreams and stuff. So here are some things that is going to help you with bringing that love, finding that love in, and changing that energy around you. So so this one really wanted to come out, and it was self-acceptance, and I've really felt that one. So something in yourself you need to, the girl is down there, but this right here is something that's inside her that she hasn't accepted. And you can kind of see in the background, you have this, the moon kind of shining on that. Maybe that's maybe with the full moon energy that just came across. Maybe that's going to help you kind of with self-acceptance of yourself. Definitely feeling that. One way to deal with self-acceptance is embrace your inner child. So if you have some, you know, either, you know, feeling like things aren't working out and having abandonment issues, maybe, and embracing that inner child and knowing, letting it know it's loved, and, you know, coming to it. And we are in the winter time, so embracing it and letting it know, and just, you know, she's crying. So just, and letting it all out, just letting it flow. Like I just said earlier, let it all out, let it all flow, let it analyze it, and just let it go. So another one is to plant a seed of self-forgiveness. So remember when I was talking about that turkey up there, and going in and, oh my gosh, yours went longer than I thought. And going in and doing something for the earth right there. Plant a seed of self-forgiveness. So when you're planting, also think of seeds you can plant into yourself that you can forgive yourself as well. So those are your healing things. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please like, share, subscribe, and you comment below if you like. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.